Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Hold on, I gotta fix this real quick because I think it messed up while I was trying to fix something yesterday, but it looks actually fine. So I magically fixed it. Oh, don't even come in here with that. Don't even. I will. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh my god. Oh my god, don't even start, bruh. I'm telling you. Swords on the hip are much cooler than swords on the back. As much as I love great swords on the back. That works. It's cool because you have like this giant great sword on your back. It's kind of like a shield. It's big, it's large. Even like a long katana on the back is nice. But if we're talking it's not working and I don't know why, which is fine. But swords on the hip are much cooler than swords on the back. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. There's no way. Uh We'll do a poll later. Poll my ass. Look, I will tell. Look, all right, hold on. I'm gonna show you something. Hold on, let me finish this real quick. I'm gonna show you something. Don't go anywhere. Don't you move. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. I have to finish typing out this tweet. Don't go anywhere. Don't fucking move. I swear, if you visit another page, if I find out that you're on another page, I'm gonna strangle you through the computer. Don't move. All right, hold on. Okay, Mena. What's cooler? Sword on the back, a regular straight sword on the back by itself, or on the hip. Swords on the hip is cooler, or is it on the back? Cooler, not practical. Cooler. Okay, Mana says swords on the hip. Alright, listen. I'm gonna show you something. I told you! Bruh, I'm telling you. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna show you something. Here we go. I'm gonna show you something. Let's go to my office. Alright. Hold on. Let me. Is this on this? Okay, cool. I'm gonna show you something. So, okay, you know what? Let's go to the news. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the news with Ishra. Breaking news: Krillix thinks that swords on the back are cooler than swords on the hip. Is he wrong? All answers point to yes. Yes, he is wrong. But anyway, here we go. Alright, hold on. Alright, let's go back over here. Let's go back over here. Alright, so let's say, right, okay, ready? You ready for this one? This is why swords in the back are not cooler than swords on the hip. Let's pull up this. And Japanese. Let's do this. Okay. Observe. Okay, okay. Listen, observe. Okay? Listen here. Hold on, I gotta move this over here. Okay, observe. What the fuck was that? I was something fell. When, let's say, I'm gonna do a neutral color. Let's say you're standing and you're looking at someone, correct? Let's say this is man. He's like, oh, look at me. I am man. I have a sword. When you look at them, all you see is, boop, right? Or alternately, let's go to hard. It's like, boop, like depending on how they have it. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You're looking at nothing. It's just like, oh, okay, maybe you see like a little bit of the sword here or whatever. You're looking at nothing. He's obsessed with Clive. This is literally. Oh my. Anyway, look at it. Look at it. You look at Clive. So you're just like, what are you seeing? Right? What are you fucking seeing? You're not seeing anything. You're not seeing anything. And even so, if we take this and we like flesh it out a little bit more, right? You're not seeing anything. You're not seeing a damn thing, right? You're seeing nothing. You're looking at it. Oh, look at this man. He's so cool. I see him. But if you had, let's say, I don't know, like one sword here, right? You can see the whole thing, bruv. And yet you could have two swords that are like this, right? And then you could put your hand resting on it. Or you can even like put them on this side. And then you could have more swords on this side. You can have a bunch of swords on the hip. But on the back, what the fuck are you gonna do with one sword? Okay, maybe two swords is cool. If it is a great swords are pretty big. So then you would have like a sword here, and you can actually see it. You can see another part of it. But if you're like using just one fucking broadsword, you see nothing, and it's not cool. Not cool at all. It's not cool. Excuse me. It's it's really cool. What about that one guy from One Piece with all the swords? Does he have like one sword in the mouth and like four swords here? You know who else has four swords? You know what? That reminds me. You know who else has like a shit ton of swords on their side? One of the Senran girls do. They have like a shit ton of swords. Bruh, is swords on the back are uncool. Not cool. He doesn't get to talk. It's just not cool because it's just like when someone pulls a sword from their back, it's like if it's a regular sword, it's just like shooing, and that's not cool because it's just like I'm gonna. But then when you like take it out the back, actually off the sides, like you crisscross your arms or you just pull them out from the sides, like that's cool looking. But when you have to reach over, you have to reach for it. That's fucking lame. is lame. It's boring. It's boring and basic. We live in a world with much cooler swords nowadays. We don't need to have swords in the back. You have to reach across your body to draw a hip sword. The fuck you don't. You just you pull them out from the sides. Or you can crisscross applesauce, which is also cool. Speaking of, there's a lot going on right now. Twitter is so full of stuff. Just stuff. There's so much happening. Twitter's going down the shitter. France is in disarray. America is doing what it usually does. There's just so much. Did you just imply we crisscross applesauce swords? No, you crisscross applesauce your arms to grab the swords out, which is also bad. Yes, the conventions are overcrowded. People are fucking worried. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't think Reach really can sway towards any side of this debate. It absolutely can, because how you pull your sword out also is in the factor of how cool it is. If you have a sword on your sides and you reach over to take them out, how cool is it that you can fucking pull them out and then like hold them like dagger style, or the fact that you can just take them out like regular style, or you can crisscross your arms. Comfy, please help me out here. Do you think swords are cooler on the back or on the side? Like reverse grip, yes. Like, there's so many cool ways to pull a sword from your hip. There are only one way to pull a sword from your back. There's no you can't be fancy when you're pulling a sword from your back. Cool. Don't, again. The only reason most game protagonists wear it on their back is because of the third person camera. Nowadays, they're starting to put them on the hips because you can rotate the cameras and it doesn't matter as much anymore. And it be in between your back and hip? Like, you think it's cooler that a sword is on your back or on your hip? I'm saying it's on the hip because you can show off the sword to people. You could just be like, hi, and then like twist your hip. And then people see it. It's obvious. Well, when it's on your back, all you're looking at is the fucking hilt. Like, who fucking cares? Oh, look, you have a cool grip on your sword. Let me polish that for you. Expect a fully drawn response from me. You don't have time for this. We are old. No, Comfy. That doesn't matter. Is it cooler to have a sword on your back? I'm saying, that's like, oh god, it's so uncool. It's so uncool. All are less cooler than having the sheath being held with your butt cheeks, honestly. I'm trying to convince you to understand that on the back is a lot less cool. I say hip because I want to draw it and slash my opponents like in the movies. Because exactly, bruh, exactly. That's 3 for 2. Thank you. This court is adjourned. Thank you. Have a nice day. Court is adjourned. All right. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you. No, fresh set of bags, 3 for 3. What? Oh my god. You fucking No, he clearly said whatever and whatever. Juicy, juicy, juicy. So, which is cooler? Sword on the back, sword in the hip. I'm telling you, on the hip is much cooler. There's no fun. What are you even showing up with the beginning with the band? It's like, let you see them cook. Let him cook. There's no fucking way. My god. It's in the I'm telling you, it's in the back. I mean in the hip. The hip is best. If it's a great sword, I can understand it. Well, I mean, despite depends on the size of the sword, really. Having a berserk style buster sword off your hip would look ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. But what if we're talking like a broadsword? Like, okay, you put like one single broadsword on your back. What if you're fidgeting with everything on my desk? Like a one-handed sword. Those gonna be carrying a sword that's made for Titans. For the Titans. Also, are you a pirate? No. We're talking about Groix here. Hip sword is very pirate staple. Well, if you have a cutlass. Oh my god. When you turn with a sword on your hip, you bump people. That's the whole reason samurai held theirs, because it's unwieldy. Okay, so you bump people. That's kind of cool. Okay, sorry, I bumped you with my sword. Want to take a closer look? Like, what the fuck? Okay, let's go. Like, what's the problem? I fail to see the problem there. I mean, vanilla is having a sword on your back or having a one-handed long sword, one-hand sword. Is it cooler on your back or on your hip? When sheaths hit each other, it seemed as a challenge and they killed each other. Well, that's samurai. And we're talking about coolness here. We're not talking about what they did back then. I'm telling you. A one-handed sword? Yes. Just like a one-handed sword. The tank. Then of course the hip. Thank you. A one-headed sword is cooler on the hip. Thank you. It looked dumb and small on your back. Hello. Holy shit. Holy shit. I told you. I fucking told you. A one-handed sword on the back looks dinky as fuck, looking like a toothpick ass, sitting on your back, boring as fuck. Like, no. That's cooler on the hip. Because everybody gets to see your cool ass sheath with your cool ass sword, and plus, when you pull it out, it's cool. Shooting fireballs. They have magic. What? 1 second. But if you're dual wielding on the back would look cool. We're talking. That's debatable. I already said in Discord, 2 swords on the back is cool. 1 small sword on your Deadpool's not cool. 1 small sword on your back is dinky and dumb. 2 swords on your back is pretty cool. Wow. Deadpool uses like two small ass swords on his back. I swear. Let me get another good look at him. Deadpool. Yeah, katanas. They're like the thinnest fucking sword you could have on your back too. For me, when it comes to dual wielding swords, I would have one on hip and one on back. That's cool. That's cool. And again, we brought up Genji earlier, and I tried to explain. Genji has one big long sword on his back and one small short sword on his side. It's cool looking. But because the sword is long, it's on his back. Great swords and long swords and just swords as tall as you belong on the back. Swords that are one-handed, short swords, straight swords, katanas, you name it, scimitars, whatever. Cool on the sides. And I think scimitars look really cool, like, on the back. But, like, on the back, like, right above your butt cheeks. I think that's cool. Back hip or side hip? I would think back hip is probably cooler than side hip. Depends. It depends. Because side hip can look cool. But regardless, thank you. Court is adjourned. We have a verdict for hip. Thank you. Geralt has two swords on his back. What the fuck? That sound? What the fuck? Geralt has two swords on his back, one on his hip, a dagger in his boot. And that makes sense. It didn't sound. Oh, sorry, I have audio off. Don't people finger? Honestly, it's a. You can like what you like. All right, it's your character, Grix, but court is the consensus. It speaks for itself. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't. We're still doing a poll, okay? Well, I wouldn't have it any other way. Here, how about this? I'll start the poll now, and I'll set it for like 10 minutes. My God. All right, question. Wielding a one-handed sword, is it cooler to have it on the back or on the hip? Duration 10 minutes. There you go. And of course, obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and vote anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, some people are on mobile though. People on mobile cannot see the poll. Voting on your own poll. I have to put my own 2 cents in. I am a part of this vote. Thank you. There's no fucking way. I am a part of this argument. It's one vote. It's not like I can sit here and click on the hip. I count as one person in the audience as well. Krolix is actually voting on his own question. I did. It works. It works on mobile? Good. I want to throw you. I'll throw you! We'll have a throwing contest. See who gets thrown the furthest. There's no way. Look at all these people. Who's dying? Here, how about this? Hold on. Let's see here. Let's do team battles. There we go. what? What's Vanilla's emote? Mario S. Oh my god. What? Oh, we need one more fighter. What? Why? Team Mario S. If you have a sword on your hip, you get thrown further. Hope you can fly with those feathers. Oh my god. Blue team has one sword, has two straight swords. Oh my god. Listen. It is, how about, can I fast forward this? Is that possible? Will it let me? No. You just delete someone? Here, I'll set it to 3v3 instead. Oh. Start. Waiting for 6? What? Everybody's here. Oh, there we go. Why is your emo constantly Mario S? Oh my god. There we go. Please. 3 more people. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Anyway, let me get this up while we wait, cause I'm telling you, I love Clive, and Clive is very handsome, but I like Sid. Sid is very gentlemanly. Alright. Ah, my ears. Oh. 2 more? I'll take you all on. Oops. Oh, by the way, I know I talked about this before. For anybody who wants to play Final Fantasy 16 in the future, hold on. Here, let me just go put this back on classic for now. There we go. So I did talk about how the controller, I think, honestly, I think I'm just sold on the PS5 controller for like literally everything. Hey, Top! For like literally everything. So, I if you're gonna play Final Fantasy 15 in the future on PC, I highly, to the highest degree, highly recommend getting a PS5 controller for Final Fantasy 15 for PC. Please, like you're missing out on like a small portion, like a small bit of immersion, but it is so good on the on for Final Fantasy 15. Now, I was curious. And I plugged in my PS5 controller to play Final Fantasy 14. just to see how it felt or whatever. I am sold on the PS5 controller so hard. Like it's so cool because like the controller vibrates with every step my character takes, and depending on what material the floor is made out of, my character's steps will feel either more pronounced or less pronounced. If I'm walking in water, I won't feel the steps. If I'm walking on carpet, the steps are very pronounced. The vibration and everything that's used with limit break, and that's used with like whenever you do a rotation and one part of your rotation pops up that's like part of your kit that's like super good. Oh my god. It's just it's really good. And I love this controller so much. Best I can do is a PS4. I tell you, if you get a PS5 controller for like Final Fantasy 14 or Final Fantasy 16, you're going to love it. The controller is, I guess, because I grew up with like nothing on my controllers. Like it's just, I don't know how they do this, but it's just so fucking cool because it's just like, it's like I don't like, how does, I guess in coding you would be like, if they step on carpet, this material, if it makes this sound, I don't know. It's cool. I really like the PS5 controller a lot. It's very cool. To Switch Rumble stuff, it is, but Switch Rumble stuff, like the Switch controllers, I can hear the vibrations, which isn't, it's not as immersive. Like, when, for example, in Splatoon, whenever you're like charging an ability or anything, I can hear the whatever they use to make the rumble on your controller. I can hear like the little mechanics going on. The gyro, yeah. But with the PS5 controller, I don't hear anything. I blare the Final Fantasy sound, I do, but whenever I'm not playing, if I'm talking to Krolix or anybody, I'll have the earplugs in. But when I'm not playing with anybody, I don't have my earplugs in. I make everything go through my speakers. Me want to know if you want to hear a haha words? Sure. I could eat it. No, not a not a euro, not a, what's it called? How do you pronounce it? I want to know if you want. Yeah, go for it. Let's hear it. Let's hear your joke. If it doesn't make me laugh, you're banned. I'm joking. I had a crazy dream last night. I was swimming in the ocean and on the hip winds. Look at that. I had a dream last night. I was swimming on an ocean of orange soda. Turns out it was just a fantasy. I'm laughing. It was funny. Man, no. Thank you for the joke. Please don't. Your days of jokes are over, Buster. It's okay. He's only messing. Well, it looks like wielding one-handed swords is cooler on the hip. Wow, what a surprise. I expect a rebuttal this week. What a surprise. I expect a thesis. I expected a 3-page essay. You have to get Twitter blue and post it on Twitter. 1 second, I'm cleaning off. Expect these nuts. Hydrate. Thank you. 1 second, I'm brushing things off. Everything's a little dusty around here. My god. There we go. I gotta clean my keyboard. Just do what I do and fire compress. That's what I do! I take the can and I just go like throughout the whole desk. And then I like vacuum it later. It's like whatever falls on the floor is just gonna get sucked up by the vacuum. But I need to I need to actually like clean this desk. Ba-da-da-da-da. Alright, chat. Are you ready? For those of you who don't want any spoilers for Final Fantasy XIV, I warn you now, I am at the end game. I'm finishing up. I'm never ready. I'm finishing up the final portions. I'm doing side quests. I'm doing hunts. And it does seem like I'm getting closer and closer to the end. I don't know if we're gonna finish it tonight. But I feel like we are. I have a feeling we're getting really close. I know I said this. I know you've heard this before when we played Tales of Arise, but this time I think I'm almost there. I will allow sound effects, but if they become too much, I'll turn them off. But I'll allow it, I guess. It wasn't so bad yesterday, so. Citation needed. Oh, I forgot my glasses. It's okay, I can see. Oh my god, here we go. Okay. And then you rinse it under the water for a second to get it all moist. Psst. Oh my god.
Oh no, no.
Why am I like all my windows and out of order. Hold on. Me after no sound effects for all stream. I know. Yesterday I was like, alright chat, I'm gonna go ahead and allow sound effects. And like it was like 10 minutes of nothing but sound effects. And everybody was like, oh finally. We got our sound effects back. It's been returned. Alright, let's get this off. Let's close this. Our power. Our power. By the way, I'm working on some new emotes. Some of the emotes that I have up here will be gone. Just to cycle them out. I'll be adding some emotes to BTTV and 7TV. If you don't already have 7TV or BTTV, I suggest downloading it. But yeah. I'm still working on emotes. Emotes looking pretty good, pretty fresh. Alright, over to Dito. Let's get going. Get moving. I am beginning now. Warning, spoiler alert. We got a bunch of side quests to do. As you can see, I'm already riddled with side quests. This one, okay. There we go. Fantasy is reaching its finale. We're getting there. No hunts, just side quests. Okay.
I still say it were a compliment.
This guy's got some side quests for me too. Let's check the world map. Ooh, we got a lot of side quests. Ooh, we got a lot of side. They hit me with the hey. If you thought this game was long, we're gonna make it longer. Ooh, that's a lot. I'll be right back. Let me grab my glasses. Everything's all tangled. Oh, I forgot to turn off the light. There we go. Vivian Ninetails. She wants to talk. Okay. All is well. Getting comfy. Alright, let's do this. Let's talk to her. Yeah. Nothing else needs to be, talked to.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all you like. It doesn't make it true.
Best vampire eye color? I think that's up to interpretation. That's up to you.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive.
I'd
Please
say
tell me
yellow
you've come to
or
take
cyan.
our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for mid. I need
Or red.
information on Ash.
Is it classic?
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
Oh god. Alright, let's try to pay attention.
Barnabas Thom, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Alright, relax.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Clive has a wife now. They smashed on the beach.
How do you split this?
More side quests. Oh my god. Get that woman a drink. What? What do you want now?
Your Grace,
Oh.
stay strong.
Tiote.
Ah, my Lord Marquis.
Escobar Yote.
It was the greatest honor of my life.
Oh. To be appointed protector to his grace. I have served him in that capacity since we first began his journey across Valisthea. The purpose of which was twofold. To further the Undying's knowledge of Ultima, and to further his grace's knowledge of you, my lord. After he learned of your survival, your brother insisted that we try to trace your movements. Thanks to the investigations of my fellow acolytes, we learned of your having taken the name of Sid.
But now,
Our journey together is at an end. His grace bids me remain here and protect those you and he hold dear.
so I bid you.
My lord, if I might be so bold, please, look after him in my stead. Yeah, bruh, just take the water purifier thingy mabob and just like just put your head under it. Just be like, ah. You look dehydrated. You look like you need a nice dip in a pool. I would say get one of those like small ones, but there are leeches out there. After I found out that we had leeches around here, I just leeches and ticks. I hate parasitic things. Ask about the hideaway.
Your companions are kind indeed.
Everyone has been most welcoming. Lady Tarja has been specially gracious. Though I know something of the medicinal arts, it is hardly enough to warrant the acclaim of one so skillful.
I must admit,
At first, I doubted that her praise was sincere. We Undying are trained in what few simple skills might serve us in the field, but there is certainly no praise for those who excel in such endeavors.
but I see now.
That this is your way. You encourage each other, that each might lend their strength to the cause, no matter how seemingly slight their contribution. I feel like Bethesda modeled Jules after me. Who is that? Who? Who? Jules? Who? In Fallout? A synth? The self? Are you a synth? Is there something I should know? How spell wrinkled dried up dude? Who? Are you talking about super mutants? Ghouls? Oh, ghouls! Oh, oh my god! I'm sorry. Here, is it this? Ghouls. It's okay. It's alright. The English language is unkind. Ghouls. I got you.
Yotei, is anything the matter?
Words are hard.
You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which
It-
can
it
ease the
really
suffering of those
doesn't.
afflicted by the curse, but his grace's case
Like, if you
is
spelled
severe.
ghouls properly,
The
it'd be
drafts
like.
I have been able to prepare
ghouls.
for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Tarja and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
For Joshua, anything.
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The Stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Yeah. Ghouls and goals. I was like, it says goals. It just sounded out. Yeah. It's hard. Like ghouls, like, yeah. I feel like that's a better way to spell it too. Ghouls.
How do you
Gee,
split the
ghouls.
sea?
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm, mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Hello.
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Well, then that change. Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
I see.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Uh-oh.
Right away.
Uh-oh. That sounds like,
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
Uh-oh. It's like, I gotta talk to everybody one last time. Doing the Final Fantasy 14 hand talk! /conversation!
My apologies.
It's funny.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention. as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
You can't even talk, bruh. You're coughing
If there are
up
no
blood.
questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
I don't understand. It's like the doctor's worried about them getting rest, but the doctor doesn't get rest. The
Let me know when
fucking
you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
the fucking dude is worried about Jill, but he's the one that's got like Ultima trying to bust out of his heart. Fucking Clive is worried about his brother, but Clive is like literally almost dead. Yeah. Like, everybody's not looking out for themselves, but they tell others to worry about themselves. I don't...
Is something wrong?
Not at all.
I mean, to be fair, I do that sometimes,
Honestly.
I guess.
Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
I'm not leaving yet. I got a lot, a lot to do. Oof. I got a quest here and a side quest to pick up. I got a quest here to pick up, a quest here to pick up. My god. I got more hunts! Of course. Of course a hunt will pop up right before I have to leave on a port mission.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Hello! Let's see it. Let me get my paper. Beastie? I got a killer beastie. Alright, let's see what we got. What is this? An S rank? Pandemonium? Location question mark. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. Those few souls who were able to escape from Ash? Before the skies change, tell of Pandemonium. King of Orcs, who led his fellow beastmen in revolt against Waluder rule. Through his rebellion, those rebellion was swiftly crushed by King Barnabas' armies. Many of the orcs who now roam the Twins, sating their appetite for human flesh. Bear his markings suggest that he still commands the forces today. So, he's an Ash and a part of the Twins, wherever that is. Hey, Dr. Fleisch! It is me! Hello! I hope you're having a good weekend. Alright, well, I guess we're heading over, and if we spot him, we spot him.
How do you split the sea, you reckon?
Quite easy. You know what? Let's visit the...
6 months, let's go.
6 months, let's go! That's half a year! Half a year! Oh my god, thank you very much, Courteous. I appreciate it! Thank you. Very thank you.
I was wondering when next you'd visit.
Here you go. I have a lot of
I don't
information
believe
for
you've
you.
read this particular chapter before. I have quite the find for you today.
Magitech. A term that appears in earlier histories of the fallen civilization and describes their highly advanced magical technology, of which the airship is the best known example. They also produce weapons all but indistinguishable from living beings, yet those destructive power rivaled that of the gods of legend. The early chroniclers labeled these beasts the iconoclasts, and it is from this term that the icons of the present day take their moniker. Trinity of 859, huh? A tripartite alliance formed in the year 859 between Rosario del Mecchia and Sanbreque. Its purpose was to oppose the independence of the free cities of Canver, due to fears that this might inspire similar independence movements elsewhere in the realm. The alliance was disbanded in 860 in light of the attack on Phoenix Gate and the dispute over Sanbrequois culpability in the affair. So they had a treaty, and then the attack. Oh, wow. So it was these two, and then these three connected together. Oh.
You wish to study the tomes?
It's kinda cool. Baba. There's some monsters I haven't seen yet. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This is looking like we're getting close to the end of the game.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Ooh. Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next.
Alright, let's take care of number 1. One of the games you got is Trailmakers. Imagine an actual Lego building game, like Robocraft, but an actual single-player campaign and transition between builds. So far, I like it very much. Good.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
You can swing a
Let's
hammer.
talk about this, these mines.
The brass neck of that girl. Everyone's coming together to fight for their lives, and she hasn't lowered her prices at guild.
Hahaha. Hey, August.
Clive, you're here.
It is me.
And the Akashic.
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris' scouts, and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes, at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid.
Hello.
I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw. Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down.
Ugh.
Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. So then, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me, the best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering.
Yo.
You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
Wait, no, I'm ready. Hello.
You, ready for the off, then?
I'm back.
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we?
If you die, I'm gonna be mad.
Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravost till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Yeah! I'm gonna kick their ass! Oh shit! What the?
Alright. Which one of you's first?
Alright. Damn. Whoa! I forgot sound effects are back on. Oh, alright. Hey, Gilby! Don't go crazy with them, Juicy. I don't know how that works. Oh my god, it's a griffin.
Too slow. Nice try.
This is perfect. Shiva works really well with this. Nice, bruh.
Is that it?
No.
Apparently not.
A chimera! What the fuck? I have not seen one yet.
You're not getting past me.
Oh boy. Brother, no!